Hello, I'm Alan Sklover, and this is SkloverWorkingWisdom.com, the blog site dedicated to empowering you in navigating and negotiating for yourself at work. For over 25 years, as an attorney, I have been helping people with their problems and opportunities at work. I've been helping them navigate and negotiate to success and job security. Over those 25 years, people have asked me many times, is there anything that I can do to lower my own odds of being laid off at work? Is there anything I can do to develop my own job security? Well, over those 25 years, we have isolated 4 things that you can do to lower your odds of being laid off, and that's what I want to present to you today. First, you must understand that it is not a matter of chance in terms of who gets laid off and who doesn't. Names are never picked out of a hat. No, instead, you must understand that there are decision makers who make decisions, who decide who stays and who goes. It is those decision makers and their decisions that you have to affect. Now, how can you do that? Well, first, you must understand that every living thing responds to its own perception of its self-interest. That is, a plant will always turn toward the sun. That's because there's something in that plant that believes it is in its self-interest, it is in its survival to do so. Well, let me tell you, we human beings do the exact same thing, and your boss and your boss's boss will make a similar calculation. If they have to decrease 15% of staff, they will say to themselves, which people are valuable and important to us, and which people are not. As one client recently said to me, I understand, yes, they feed their thoroughbreds and they shoot their mules. Well, you have to affect their perception of your value to them. There are 4 ways to do that. First, is there any way that you help develop their sense of revenues, that you can be viewed as someone who can increase revenues? That includes, by the way, lowering costs. Is there something you can do to gravitate toward projects that bring in more money? Perhaps meet new clients and customers, perhaps share an idea about how you might cut costs. If you are viewed as someone who is critical to increased revenues, you'll be considered a keeper by the decision makers when they make their decision. So first, there's the focus on revenues. Second, there's the focus on relationships. Are you viewed as someone who is important to maintaining good, important relationships? Relationships might be with other staff members, with colleagues, with customers, clients, perhaps with the board of directors. If you gravitate, if you move toward projects and programs and efforts to increase and improve relationships at work, you again will be considered a keeper and will lower your odds of layoff. So first, there is revenues to focus on. Second, there's relationships to focus on. And third, there's reputation. Is there anything that you can do to improve, to enhance, to polish the reputation of your company and perhaps even your boss inside the company and outside the company? Is there some charitable event that your boss might speak to? Is there some public event your company might take part in? If you are deemed to be important to the company or the organization's reputation, again, you'll be considered a keeper. So first, there's gravitating and moving toward things that improve revenues. Secondly, there is relationships. And third, reputations. The 4th step is perhaps the most important, and that's to make sure people who are decision makers are aware of your value. As I said before, living things respond to their perception of value, their perception of their interests. Well, it's important that you put some time and effort into what I call advertise, publicize, or if necessary, pull the wool over their eyes in terms of your value. That is, you must engage in some efforts towards self-promotion. If you're someone who comes into the office at 6 in the morning and leave at 8 in the evening and no one knows about it, well, that's not going to help you. If you're the #1 biller in the company and no one knows about it, that's not going to lower your odds of layoff. So even if it's not in your nature, you must engage in some sense of self-promotion. So those are 4 things, and the 4 best things you can do to lower your odds of being laid off. Revenues, relationships, reputation, and make sure you engage in some efforts to promote and make people aware of your value to them. Those decision makers, when they make those decisions, this is what they think about. This is what they take into account. This is an analysis based upon 25 years of working on these problems, and I will tell you, this works. And this works better than anything else. I hope this has been helpful to you. If these ideas and other ideas like these may be of value to you, we welcome you to come to our blog site. Again, it's skloverworkingwisdom.com. On the blog site, you'll see our newsletters. You'll see that we answer questions that people from all over the world send in. You'll see that we engage in webinars, that is seminars over the web. And we're looking to develop further to help people like you all over the world increase your own sense of job and career success, and most importantly in these times, job security. Thank you so much for viewing and for listening, and we welcome you to come visit our website, skloverworkingwisdom.com. Thanks.